I realized I forgot to make an intro, so just really quick, I'm Sylvie, welcome to another video, and we're just gonna get right into it. Yeah, that's that. I was not gonna be making a video about this, but here I am making a video about this. I was supposed to plan this outfit a month ago, but life got busy, we had some vacations, we had work, life happens, and now it is less than 24 hours before the Hot Wench Market. That means that I need an outfit that is not last year's outfit, which looked like this, and I need to do that in less than 24 hours. It's currently 3:30 in the afternoon, and I wasn't gonna film it, so I kind of already started, but here's what I got. So essentially, I plan to use these two fabrics. You can't even tell on camera right now, but it is like a light pink mesh with a greenish sort of shifty to pink, and it's got little embroidery on it, which I think is cute and fairy-like. And that's gonna be my bodice. Now, yes, that is see-through. I'm gonna be using this nude under layer. That's the plan for that. As for the pattern, I forget the name of this. I use it for these three corsets. So two that I wore in France, then I modified it for this Levi's one. I love this pattern and I'm gonna modify it again. So anyway, for right now, I'm just cutting out all the pattern pieces. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to cut them out 3 times in a row with all 3 fabrics, but that's okay. That's the path that I have chosen. With that all said though, my plan for this is to do something that's very like fairy core. If you guys watched the era where I made my crochet wedding dress, I used a bunch of this and then I ended up scrapping the entire inner layers, so I have a bunch left in my stash, which is what I'm using. But anyway, I just finished cutting everything out and I'm not really wanting to cut interfacing at all. So I don't think we're gonna do the interfacing. The thing that's gonna be the most tedious right now is unfortunately going to be basting every single layer together. Every piece has 3 layers to it. We have the lining and then we've got the 2 mesh layers on top of it. So I'm gonna pin everything really carefully and I'm gonna baste really close to the edge with the sharpest needle I can find for my sewing machine. Don't come at me for not really using that many pins. I know it's my fault if things don't end up super lined up. This stuff is slippery and I'm just going as close to the edge as possible. I don't care that my thread is red because this won't show in the grand scheme of things here. It's 1 layer basted. It's not perfect, but one thing you really have to know if you are ever doing this for some weird reason, when you're basting stuff together, you have to make sure that everything is nice and flat, otherwise your top layer can really easily pucker and that's not as nice. The one thing that I'm realizing right now though is that this is starting to look way too nude and less pink than I would want. But I think it'll be fine. I would definitely want it a little more pink. Maybe I should have used 2 layers. But I think that I'm gonna cover the boning with pink and that's gonna make it stand out a little bit more. We'll see. All right, so I've basted everything and I realized that maybe I shouldn't have cut corners. I should have probably ironed out everything first and pinned my fabrics together. I'm gonna pin everything really carefully. Just working with that sort of like mesh. It is so slippery, so a lot of these aren't exactly the same size. You know what? That's okay. And now I'm gonna sew them together. I'm gonna be sewing them wrong sides together, and that's so that the inside won't have any seams. And you'll see why later, but for now, we're gonna go right sides. Or, oh my god. Wrong sides together. This is, see, already just mush. Here's one of them done. Not ironed, but as you can see, the outside has the seam and the inside is completely seamless. And that way I don't really need to add a lining, especially when I'm working with 3 layers like this. I just think it would be a little bit too much. So it's gonna look like that. Oh, that's actually so pretty. I like it. I'm not stressed. This is when it starts to get interesting. I now have to cut these seams as short as I kind of can. You can see my basting line, which was not straight at all, and then you can see the line that I actually used to sew, which is straight. It's cut as close to my straight line as possible. Now when we open it, we have the tiniest little seam, and that is what's gonna get covered with the boning. So I'm gonna cut this, or like all of these seams, and then I'm gonna iron it out, and then we'll start with the boning. Okay, I ironed it, and now I'm just testing something out with the edges, because I didn't really think this through on how I would do the boning on the side, but here's what I'm doing. So I prepared strips of bias tape that look like this, and I've already tacked them on. It's not the neatest thing. I hate bias binding. I'm really not good at it, but who cares? And what I'm doing is I think I'm gonna use zip ties for the first time. I do have a lot of boning, proper boning, but I don't know. I think the zip tie idea is more economical. I just got them at Princess Auto for quite cheap. I bias binded the sides and I'm putting my boning piece in it, and then that way that keeps the structure for when I put my grommets in later. And that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of it too, except I'm not gonna necessarily have like a full bias tape. I'm just gonna fold it in half. I'll just show you. This is not making sense. So for the bias tape that I'm gonna be using on like the rest of it as boning, I'm really just going to be cutting 1-inch strips out of this pink satin, quote unquote. I don't even know where I got this, if it was in the bridal satin or what. I was gonna make a Yunche outfit out of that from Cat's Eye, and it didn't really work out for me. So I'm just like using the scraps from the pattern that I tried to make. They then go to my very fibrous ironing board. I need to vacuum this. It's just like stuff from a bunch of projects. But anyway, fold like this, and then I iron that down. This is when we take that lovely, super extremely well ironed piece of bias tape-ish, and we lay it on top. And then we're just gonna go ahead and sew it on. I'm just going as close to the edge as I absolutely possibly can. Oh my gosh, you literally can't even see what I was. So here's what that looks like, and then I take my little zip tie that I've cut to size, and we're gonna shove it on in there. Now we have one zip tie. So I'm gonna do that to all of these seams, and then I'm gonna add more probably down the middle. See what time that takes us to. I don't know if it's because I haven't sewed in a while, but this boning I find is so ugly the way that I did it. This material is awful to work with. All of them, all the layers are absolutely awful to work with. But anyway, I'm gonna cut more so that I can bias bind at the top. And here's what the back looks like. So I'll have to put grommets in at some point. But that said, whatever, it's sturdy, it'll work for tomorrow. It is kind of like a Tiana sort of vibe. And it's not perfect, but I'm just trying to make the process go as fast as humanly possible. Did I actually mention how much I hate bias binding? At least I made the bias tape, and now we'll just see what happens, because I'm not good at bias binding. I don't have patience for bias binding, especially tonight where my patience is already running thin. Is it the best bias binding I've ever done? Absolutely not. Did I forget that I'm probably supposed to do this on the right side? Yep, I'm gonna pass for the little cosplay that I'm doing. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. It's not even a cosplay. Is it cosplay? I'm not cosplaying anybody. I'm just cosplaying my own little elf character. So anyway, I kind of want to add, like, I wish I had strings so I could like put beads and stuff on it maybe, or like little crochet elements would have been cute. I don't know, but oh, okay. Now that we can sort of call the bodice done, here's my layer of skirt. It's way too long. It's definitely not long enough to split it in two. So I think I'm just gonna attach it to the top and we'll see what that looks like. This one is gonna be a little bit different than usual because I'm not gathering to the width of the bodice. I'm gonna gather until it is like my waist width, if that makes any sense. So as you can see, like right now it's not touching. So I'm gonna need to give it a little bit more until both sides meet in the back. So that'll probably do. I did two gatherings, gathering like stitches, and I'm gonna tie the little strings together at the end so that my gathers don't slip. So I'm gonna be leaving just a little extra bit of fabric so that I can put a zipper in. All right, I just finished also gathering the pink one. I would like to take a moment for the fact that there is like literally this much thread left, which is none. And I am this close to being done using it. And let's see. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the perfect amount. I've never had that happen before. It is now time to pin and attach all of these wonderful skirt layers. I got half of it. Ooh. I'm gonna pass over this with the serger after, but sneak peek. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Sweet. So now I'm gonna do the other half. I have to shove this through this way this time around so that I can still keep this side up. I'm gonna be exposing my poor posture. So I don't usually sew. Moment of truth. You guys are seeing it before me. The inside looks pretty messy. Oh, you know what? It's cute. It's a lot less pink though than oh, wait a second. It's a lot less pink than I would want. But I'm gonna hem this. Well, I'm gonna cut this so it's way shorter. All right, this is where my old friend here is gonna come back out to deal with this big old mess down here. And hopefully that doesn't mess everything up that I've been doing. It's that and then the zipper. So let's get on going. Check out the difference that instantly made on the inside. Clean, no problem. I love it. I love having a serger. Oh, I don't have the patience for it tonight, but it's pretty much time for the zipper. So I'm gonna add the zipper probably tomorrow, but I feel like maybe I should go eat something. I lied. I put the zipper in. Zipper's in. It's not centered, but I just don't care because like I said, we're doing this like not in a lot of time. And now what I need to do is just fold this edge over and top stitch it down so that it's nice and clean and we don't see like the zipper top. And then I need to continue sewing the bottom of these skirts together and hem them. I do need to stop for the night. But where's the fun in that? All right, so a little update. I went to Michael's this morning because I definitely thought it needed more. They didn't have a lot of stuff. I grabbed this glitter tool, which I'm hoping I can make those little like spiral things hanging down the side of it. Then I got little beads like this and chain. I was thinking maybe like along the front panel here if I had like a little bead kind of thing going on. I have not made anything for the arms yet. It is already like 11, but whatever. And I grabbed a little dog harness that has like wings on it for my dog. My wig that I ordered a pink wig. It's not coming in. It was supposed to be overnight delivery, get here before 8 a.m. And it hasn't even been processed for delivery yet. So thank you for that, Amazon. I think this is the best that I'm gonna get my makeup for this. I don't ever do makeup and I don't really have a lot of stuffs, but it's pink. I'm gonna put this little like glasses chain like around the back like this. But we'll see if my wig comes in. Otherwise I will have to style my hair. If you like this is a free pattern on my Ribbler account. Hello? It's not that big. We're gonna hem it. I got decorative trims. I might as well use them. So we're gonna try to do this little flower thing. This is leaking glitter all over me. Just gonna use the fact it's already in a layer. Basically, you just cut a circle and then you start cutting a spiral out of it. And it's supposed to... I've done it with crochet. I haven't done it with fabric. We'll see what happens. And then it does this. All right. It added a little oomph. Okay, we're just gonna improvise a shape. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Here's the shape I got. It's not very nice. I hemmed everything, which is not very nice because we are pressed for time. Now I'm weaving an elastic through so that it looks like this. Because we're pressed for time. Okay, I managed to hand sew one thing of chains, but we are racing the clock. We are running out of time, so this is all it's gonna be because I haven't even put the grommets on yet. So I'm gonna grommet. I had to stop filming because we literally ran out of time, but this is an old wig because the one that I ordered did not come in time, and I put little charms in it without the use of pliers. So anyway, let's go to the fair. And so here is the grand reveal. All things considered, I'm pretty proud of this because I really rushed to make this. But anyway, here's some footage from the event. I love my dog's little costume. We got so many compliments. I also got a lot of compliments about the braids that I did in the hair, which I was really happy about because I did put a lot of effort into that. There were lots of fun vendors. Shout out to this cute crochet one. There was also 2 drag performers. This one was my favorite. Her name is Portia Zoom Zoom, and she was the fairy godmother from Shrek. So this was actually so fun to watch. Then there was this artist that drew us. There was 2 other live portrait artists, but we really love our little painting. And yeah, we just had so much fun. We met so many nice people, got tons of compliments, and so many people just looked so cool. So we definitely already can't wait for next year. No regrets, even though I had to scramble to make this outfit as fast as possible. We just got home. Unboxing. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to redo this next year. And oh, what the heck? Why is it so much shorter than in the listing?
They sent you the wrong one?
Would this have been cute?
Yes.
Or is it kind of like pink farquad? Would this have been cute with the fit? Or is this cuter? I think this might be cuter. I don't know. But this is a waste of $30.